Boris Cherny, the head of Claude Code at Anthropic, just did something almost unheard of in the AI industry. He published his personal, day-to-day workflow for the very tool he leads. This isn't marketing material or a polished tutorial. It's a rare, unfiltered look at how someone who builds the tool actually uses it to get real work done. Cherny's core mental model is surprisingly human. He treats Claude Code not as an oracle or a magic button, but as a capable junior engineer who needs clear direction. That means scoping tasks specifically, checking in frequently, and handing over explicit context at the start of every session. This reframing changes everything about how you interact with the tool. You stop hoping and start directing. The majority of developers using AI coding tools today are still in what you might call magic button mode. Paste in a vague request, wait for output, manually patch whatever breaks. It works occasionally on simple tasks, but it doesn't scale to real engineering problems. Worse, it creates a false sense of progress while actually accumulating hidden technical debt that's painful to untangle later. Here's the insight that changes how serious engineers should think about AI tools. The bottleneck isn't finding the perfect prompt. It's decomposition, the ability to break a complex task into pieces small enough that the model can succeed at each one without losing coherence. This is fundamentally a human engineering skill, one that experienced developers already have, but now need to apply in a completely new context. We're not talking about being 10 or 15% more productive here. Developers who genuinely master the directing mindset, thinking up front, scoping clearly, checking outputs systematically, can become an order of magnitude faster on the right categories of tasks. That's the kind of productivity gap that reshapes careers and teams over a relatively short period of time. There's a trap that's catching a lot of engineers right now, spending hours debugging AI-generated code they don't fully understand. This is arguably more costly than just writing the code yourself. When you don't own the logic, debugging becomes archaeology. You're reverse engineering decisions made by a model that has no memory of why it made them. The engineers who skip the upfront thinking pay for it exponentially on the back end. Cherny's workflow isn't just a Claude-specific lesson. It's a signal about the broader AI landscape. Every serious AI tool being released right now rewards people who invest in understanding how to direct it, not just how to click through it. The gap between users and directors is compounding rapidly, and it cuts across every discipline from engineering to design to product management. The window to develop these skills is open now, but it won't stay wide forever. Boris Cherny's workflow is publicly available, and it's one of the most transparent looks at high-level AI tool usage that any senior practitioner has shared. If you're building with Claude Code or considering it seriously, an hour spent studying how its own lead uses it will pay back in weeks of saved time and avoided mistakes. More importantly, it gives you a mental framework you can apply to every AI tool you encounter going forward.